I applaud you for coming, Julian, and thank you for coming, everyone.
Pedro, I wanted to ask you, you made a film, The Human Voice, with the co-star of this film tonight, Tilda Swinton, and did that experience make you think, I want to make a feature in the English language?
Excuse me, what?
When you made your short film,
Yes, yes.
and then you thought, I want to make a whole feature in English language.
Yeah. Well, you know, actually, the two shorts that I made, the Human Voice and After a Strange Way of Life, for me was a kind of rehearsal, and trying to discover if I could direct in this language. It doesn't mean that I speak it. You can see that is I am very imperfect, but anyway, this is part of me. And with the two shorts give me the strength, and I lost the fear of making a long feature. And then what I needed is just to find the right thing, the right subject, and I found it in Cyril Nunez's book.
And Julianne, I'm sure nobody in this room would wonder why an actress would want to work with such a great director, but can you tell us how you came to this project and what the early conversations were when you started to speak about this film?
First of all, I'd like to say, I think like every English-speaking actress in the world, we all prayed that someday Pedro would make a film in English and that we might possibly be cast. So
Thank you.
So for me, I've never imagined it. I never imagined it would be possible. And one day I opened up my email, I had poured a cup of coffee, and there was an email from Pedro saying he was going to be making this film with Tilda, the great Tilda Swinton, and would I join them? And it came completely out of the blue. It was like a tremendous gift. I never imagined that it would be possible, but it was such a thrill, such an honor to be in this project and to be directed by this maestro, and just one of the thrills of my life.
Well, Julia, when I saw you, I think the first time was in Shortcuts, and I thought, well, this is a kind of actress that I really would like to work with. And after the second movie, it was Tio Uncle Mania in the 42nd Street, and I kept on thinking the same. I know we were just to work together, really, really.
And with the book, you've adapted other English language books into films. And what was it about this book that made you know it could be a feature film?
Yes, about the Cyril Nunez book. I mean, once I reached the chapter when the character of Julian go to the hospital and discover that her friend is seriously ill, and she wants to talk. Well, she just stopped and said, well, I have to sit down and listen to her, which is very important, and I advise you to do that with your friends. But really, I mean, the chapter that really hooked me, it was when the Tilda's character proposed her to accompany her in the last weeks of her life, because she's very seriously very ill. That part, I was very interested, and I made a short adaptation of that part. And then when I discovered that I was interested in the two characters, and it was also a good chance for me to think and to explore and to reflect about mortality, about euthanasia, and about two different positions with death. That was a topic that really appealed me very much. And yes, when I finished, I sent it to Tilda and Julian the script, and they say yes, and they say also at the same time that they love to work together. So it was heaven for me.
And obviously the pairing of you both on screen, I think for us as audience members, when we heard that it would be you two in this film, it was very exciting. The friendship that we see on screen is incredibly moving and very deep. And how did you work together to create this bond?
You know, I'd always admired Tilda, and we knew each other a little bit, mostly from meeting at film festivals and hotel lobbies, and I thought, wouldn't it be wonderful to have an opportunity to work together? But I never imagined it would be on something that this was so profound, and so I think close to both of us, which is, you know, a really intense female friendship. We have a lot in common. We're the same age. We have children the same age. We've had kind of parallel careers in terms of the auteurs that we've worked with. But the marvelous thing was that our relationship also grew in real time. We built our friendship on the set with Pedro. And Pedro would always say, "Are you ever gonna stop talking? You talked yesterday, why are you talking today?"
They were talking since the very first minute they meet. And it was a very good sign. But they keep on talking the first week, the second week, the ninth week. And there is a moment when I told them, there is any subject to talk about. But what that means, and this is wonderful, Julian, is that friendship that you have with Tilda, it is very represent in the screen. And this is what about, because one of the topics is a friendship that is developing into the illness in a so intimate situation and different and difficult situation. So it was good it was good for the movie.
Well, the movie that you are about to see is really one of the most emotionally moving films that I have seen this year. And I want to thank you both for making an incredible film. And would you please thank this incredible film team?
Thank you. This is for you. Thank you for coming.